Okay, welcome everyone to our advancement call. Our very special guest speaker today is Wendy Vineyard, and everybody's so excited about this because we're going to learn how to manage our stress. So welcome, Wendy.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Karen.
Okay, and if you can just give us a little bit of your background and some of the things you're doing. What really excites me is, as you know, everybody knows I'm very much into energy, and so are you.
Well, thank you, Karen. It's so important to take care of our stress right now. I mean, more than ever. And I'll get into that in a few moments. I do want to just tell you what my background is, why Karen asked me to come on the call. I consider myself a stress expert. I've studied how stress affects people, how we can take charge of our own stress for, probably more like about 15 years. I'm a natural health coach, as Karen alluded to. I'm a consultant, I'm a health writer, I do workshops. So I empower people to relieve their stress symptoms, and I'm stressing the word symptoms, because that's not the root. The root is something that happened probably years ago. The root is something that you probably need to deal with someone who's more impartial than being able to do a lot of self-help things. But I love self-help. There's so many techniques that we can use in the moment to reduce our stress, to help us to feel more in control. So my background years ago is corporate public relations. I spent 20 years working in corporate PR, and I like to call it soul sucking, for me anyway. I'm sure that didn't help my stress. And then I decided to go back to school when I was 45. And over the next 15 years or so, I earned a holistic health practitioner diploma, college diploma, and a number of certifications in very advanced healing methods, more and more so, because I really wanted to figure out what would actually work and stick. You know what I mean? Like, there's lots of things out there and they're wonderful, but sometimes they fade away in a few days. And I wanted something that could really get to the root. Meanwhile, managing stress is really important until you find that moment in your life when you want to do some inner healing, if you need to. And that's why I keep doing it, is because I really love it. I also wrote a wellness book called Powerful Habits to Grow Younger Every Day, Look and Feel 10 Years Younger Naturally. And that just kind of like brought everything together, all the ways that I have used to stay healthy over the years. And I live what I preach. So I was really happy to have that book to be able to give my clients who want, well, what do I do about stress, or what do I do about nutrition, or whatever. So I've got a little bit of everything in there, kind of like the top level stuff. And that's what we're going to do today too, is we're going to do the best instant stress relieving techniques that I have discovered in all my years in searching for ways to help myself and my clients. I'm also the author of a series of mini books about stress, nutrition, brain health, insomnia, relationships. I mean, that's a big deal. I fully realize that as we go through everything today, you're not going to want to implement everything. And my intention, I've set my intention is for you to find 2 or 3, experience everything. Like, just go along with me for this session, and then you can make your own decision about what works for you. I think that's really, I mean, hey, you've been hearing that advice since you were a kid, and your mom says, you don't know you don't like those peas on your plate, just try them. So if you could just try everything that we're doing today, you don't ever have to do it again if you don't like it. I'm going to give you everything that I can in the time that we have together, and you may want to have a pen and paper handy, although if you decide you want it, I do have everything in a lovely document that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do each of the techniques that I'm going to be demonstrating today. If you find that you have an excessive, and only you are the judge of that, amount of fear, stress, overwhelm, panic, feeling unsafe, feeling like the world we know is gone, if you find it difficult or impossible to calm yourself, even to be able to sleep, you are not alone. When we can lower our own stress instantly, we can take charge of any situation and be a role model. And I think we all, whether we consider ourselves leaders or not, have the potential to be a role model for calm and peace and self-control. So let me tell you what I'll be sharing. I'm going to present a few reasons why it's essential to get control of our stress now. And I'm going to give a few ideas for how we can keep positive no matter what's going on in the world. I'm going to just briefly mention a few foods and supplements and herbs that you can maybe have on hand. I'll demonstrate and then you can practice these 7 techniques that help deal with stress symptoms. And finally, I'll take you through a beautiful guided visualization to help you to relax. And if you listen to this recording again, you can maybe use it in the evening before bed. As we've already talked about, millions of people live their lives in their everyday lives in deep stress. The negative energy states of fear and anxiety and overwhelm. And let me just say this, that feeling stressed, of course, it's a natural human response to feeling threatened. And it's not wrong or weak or bad behavior to feel stress. I just want to acknowledge that, because sometimes we can feel like, oh, I'm not doing this very well. And it's better to literally just take a breath at that point, because it's normal, it's natural. So what makes it a problem is that excessive stress, it can start small and it can grow fast. It disrupts every neural activity in your brain and is transmuted instantly to every cell in your body through neurotransmitters. And there's like more neurotransmitters in a human body than the grains of sand on a beach in the entire world. So that'll tell you how small they are and how many there are. So it's a really good idea to get familiar with how you feel when you're in fear or stress. So you can recognize it when it's starting to steal up on you, and then you can start to take some action. I'm going to just name a few ways that I've noticed that I have stress in my body when I'm in that state, and I want you to think about it for yourself. You may want to take some time after this call to make your own list, just so that you are specifically aware. But here's what you might be looking for: short, shallow breaths from the top of your lungs, feeling faint-headed or lightheaded. Your chest is tight, your jaw maybe clenched. The tongue may be on the roof of your mouth. A lot of these techniques that we're going to talk about, you want to have your tongue as relaxed as it can be on the floor of your mouth. And that's a little tip there that you may want to take into pretty much anything when you think of yourself as being stressed. Well, first of all, where's your tongue? Your lips might be compressed. Your heart may be beating faster or fluttery. You may be starting to sweat. You may have tight neck muscles, tight shoulders. Yeah. You may feel weak and shaky. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I was fascinated when I first heard this, that fear and excitement actually show up the same way in your body. It's your interpretation of these symptoms that give it meaning, right? So you can call it fear, or you can call it, I'm excited. So for tonight, let's just put all those symptoms, stress, overwhelm, fear, all the negative ones, into one basket, and let's call it stress, okay? So anytime I say stress, just hear me say your symptoms, your specific symptoms. So how do we cope with all of this stress? Well, let me talk into generalities for just a couple of minutes about how people tend to handle their stress. And if they don't know the healthy ways, they tend to choose the unhealthy ways. Alcohol, pharmaceutical drugs, cigarettes, marijuana, excessive amounts of food, loud music, sex, porn, shopping. These can all be numbing methods to block out the stress and anxiety that people feel. And the thing is that none of them deal with your stress, really. They kind of block it out. And all of them can be harmful in excess. Thankfully, there are many healthy ways to deal with stress. And once you know the ones that sound intriguing or that you think might work for you, I really urge you to try those instead of any of the others. Not that you would do any of those other ones. I'm sure we've all tried some of them. Okay, so Chronic stress, let's just talk about that for a minute. Chronic stress, that means you're in a stressful state all the time. You never feel like you can really relax. Chronic stress has a negative impact on your immune system. And it also, chronic stress also impacts your ability to make good decisions, and to problem solve. So chronic stress creates suffering now and in the future because it prevents healing when you are working on something that you need to heal. And it's a significant factor. Again, another statistic that I was really rather blown away by. 90% of doctor visits are related to chronic stress. And it's also a factor in conditions such as depression, Alzheimer's disease, weight gain, premature aging. And experts estimate that stress is a factor in many chronic diseases such as heart disease, and cancer, stroke, lower respiratory infections. So that's why it's vital that we take control of ourselves and our emotional states. Knowing that panic and meltdown never help. And they always make a situation worse. So to do this, we have to focus on what we can change. And remembering that we cannot change other people. So what can we do to reduce stress? A lot. So here are a few things. Number one, accept what's happening. Let it be, watch it, notice it, be curious about it. That's going to reduce your stress right there. And if you can do something about how it affects your state of mind, like avoid worrying. I know that's easier said than done. And these techniques will help with that, okay? But like make a decision to avoid worrying because there's nothing you can do about it, so you better let it alone. And you may want to even do create a mini meditation practice for yourself whenever you start going down that rabbit hole. Let it be, let it go. You can repeat that as often as you want. Close your eyes and let that one, let it be, let it go. Having that kind of mindset is actually very empowering. Now, it's your own immune system that's the only thing that will ever keep you healthy, okay? So it makes sense that we need to strengthen that immune system. So we can boost our immune system to stay healthy in several ways. One of the best, eat more fruit and vegetables and take supplements. Well, that's my advice. That's also the advice of many of the experts that I have studied. These 3 supplements that I'm about to suggest can make a huge difference in your health and wellness. Up to you, but I recommend to my clients vitamin C because it's been known since studies in the 1940s that it can quickly reverse or help with the recovery of viral pneumonia. The next supplement is vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, and zinc. Most people are zinc deficient as they are magnesium deficient, B complex, melatonin. So these are all really helpful. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but you can contact me another time if you want to go into detail on that. Or there's lots of information on the web. I can give you some websites if you want to search that out for yourself. The other thing we can do is to eat foods that are calming. Yes, there are certain foods and herbs that are amazing for helping you to be in a more Zen state. That would be oatmeal, chamomile, ginger tea, lavender tea. Again, more fresh fruit and vegetables. Couple things to really avoid: sugar. I know that's hard because we all have our comfort foods, but as much as possible, avoid sugar, or take this as a tip: drink a lot of water after you have your sugar. Turn off the TV, too much negative news on there. Choose comedies and uplifting things. Get outside, I already mentioned that. Daily exercise, or if you can't do that, just move. Move is like do a little bit of running in place as fast as you can, because within about 30 seconds of doing that, you're not going to be able to think of what's stressing you out anyway, and it's going to get some oxygen to your brain. Obviously, all the suggestions that I'm giving you, you want to take under advisement for you and your conditions and what you know to be good for you, okay? Just to put that little proviso out there. find some reasons to laugh and feel good, because, laughter is really good medicine. And then finally, we're going to get to the good stuff for tonight about using these techniques. I've got 7 of them that will help with your symptoms. So in a perfect world, though, it's better to learn anything new when you're not stressed. But repetition, as we know from being in school, is the mother of mastery, right? Like, you do it more than once, you do it more than twice. You keep doing it until you go, yeah, I got this thing. Okay. And the more you practice the techniques, also, the more that when you get into a situation, so the more you practice in advance, the more that you're going to be able to, oh yeah, okay, I know what to do. The 7 amazing techniques that I'm going to share with you today deal with stress symptoms and can be helpful for anyone before and or after you feel stressed. So these techniques may seem overly simple. So most of these are also supported by the latest brain science research, which makes that even better. You're going to choose the ones that look right, feel right, resonate with you, and practice them ideally. Okay. So let's start with conscious breathing. So as you know, stress can cause you to hold your breath and breathe shallowly. That's not a good thing for your brain. It doesn't help you get oxygen up there. And your whole body will tense down when you do that. Many people are shallow breathers. Abdominal breathing, it's also called diaphragm breathing, is really amazing to counterbalance the stress response, because the diaphragm is actually a sheath of muscle tissue that separates your chest and all the organs there from your abdomen. And when you breathe into your abdomen, it stretches that diaphragm, and it sends a signal to your brain, to the amygdala, actually, the little gland in your brain that's all about stress. And it says, hey, all is well, no problem, everything's cool. So that's your a signal to your brain to relax. And the other interesting way of using the breath is with using mindfulness. And so that is related to conscious breathing, I call it. Like, it's consciously, both these techniques of using your diaphragm, expanding your diaphragm, and also applying mindfulness to your breathing is conscious breathing. It's allowing your body to relax. And you can enhance the effects by any of these techniques by imagining positive love energy coming in on the inhale. And when you exhale, any negative energy, anything you no longer need, fear, stress, leaving you as you exhale. If you prefer, you could also picture an ocean rising on the inhale and maybe the water going out on the exhale. When you combine these two together into mindful abdominal breathing, you create one of the most powerful stress-reducing breathing techniques ever devised, and it's much healthier than any of the other coping mechanisms I mentioned earlier. So let's start with the safe breath. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate it for you, and then if you want to follow along as soon as you feel comfortable. So let's do the safe breath. Okay, so one hand on your heart. Your heart is about the middle of your chest, slightly to the left. I want you to inhale slowly through your nose and visualize the breath coming in through your physical heart. So you inhale through your breath into your physical heart and push the air into your abdomen. And exhale through your heart by blowing through pursed lips like this. And the idea is that you want to use your abdomen to push the air into your abdomen when you're breathing in, and then squeeze the air out when you're breathing out. And you want to keep your attention on your heart. So let's just take a couple of deep, slow breaths in through the nose and out through pursed lips. In, slower. Like blowing out a candle on a cake. Okay, now do one more. Good. All right. Now, the next breath we're going to do is called panic prevention. And this is a really good breath to have in your back pocket, so to speak, when you're starting to feel like you're hyperventilating or you're feeling anxious or upset and you want to get out of anxiety and overwhelm. Now, the first thing to always do is to breathe out deeply. So this will help stop hyperventilation. And if you are really concerned about this as a problem, panic or overwhelm, a good way to start is by only breathing through your nose, because when you only breathe through your nose, that it's almost impossible to hyperventilate when you're doing that. So you're going to breathe in slowly with one hand over your abdomen just above the navel, so you can feel that breath coming in. And breathe in through your nose. And remember, you're going to breathe out through your nose as well, slowly. And I'm going to count for you. 1, 2, 3. Pause for a second and then breathe out, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3. And then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you would keep practicing this for about 3 minutes or until you actually start to feel yourself relaxing. Notice that the exhalation on this panic prevention breath is 1 count longer than the inhale. And that's because you need to completely empty your lungs each breath, and that'll prevent you from taking those short, high, panicky breaths, those anxiety breaths. Okay, so you can actually take this one step further too when you get that down. So the first breath is 1, 2, 3 on the inhale, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the exhale. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inhale, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the exhale. So that makes it even slower and slower. Okay. Boy, by the time you guys get to the end of this, you're going to be asleep. No, you're not. I want you to try all these breaths because they're so awesome. Okay, so we're going to do this square breath right now. Now, the square breath is very cool. All it takes is for you to either look at the square in the manual that I've prepared, or you can just close your eyes and imagine a square. And we're going to start by this is actually a first responder breath. Okay, so like this is a really powerful breath that people who are in like life threatening situations and tents and the whole thing, and first responders take them through this breath. So it's basically, you start at the bottom of a square and you're visualizing your eyes and your breath going up the square on the right hand side. So that's your inhale, and then you hold for the same number, the same count across the top of the square to the far left of the square. And then you're exhaling down to the bottom and holding again for the same count until you get back to where you started. So it sounds a little confusing, but I'm going to just take you through a couple breaths. If you want to just close your eyes and visualize breathing in to the count of 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Easy, right? Like it's just like visualizing a square and going around the square with inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, and then repeating the breath again for just a few minutes. And being mindful of not taking in breaths too deeply so that you start to hyperventilate and get lightheaded. Okay, that takes a little practice, but it's really worth it when you need it. Trust me on that one. So this next one is kind of like a mini introduction to tapping, emotional freedom techniques, but it's not really that, because it's just using 3 of the acupressure meridian endpoints that are used in emotional freedom techniques. But these are specifically related to developing a little bit of a routine to deal with fear and anxiety. So this is a really cool little thing that you could do while you're still lying in bed in the morning when you wake up. Give you a really great start to your day. So these, as I mentioned, are acupressure meridian endpoints. They are used in acupuncture, acupressure, and tapping, and they have been researched for thousands of years, and they are very effective. So let's start by making sure that we're sitting up straight with the feet on the ground, and the type of tapping that we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you on the first point here. You take 2 fingers, either hand, doesn't matter. You can also do both. And you're going to just tap here on that bone under the eye. And this is the most important point for easing fear, anxiety, worry, and mental confusion. Okay, so use it when you're too much in your head, when you're feeling self-pity or a little bit of terror related to whatever's going on in the world. And you're going to tap here for probably 10 to 30 seconds. And if you're stringing these all together, and I do urge you to, because it's a lovely routine for getting calm to face your day. And then we're going to go down to here. This is I'm not going to tap on the microphone. This is the second most important point to use for fears and phobia. And it's the perfect tapping point to just soothe any type of intense emotion. The founder of Emotional Freedom Techniques, really great guy, very emotional. He used this point as he was escorting his daughter down the aisle on her wedding day. He was overcome with emotion, and he just used this technique to just tap. It also helps with combat drowsiness, and it enhances clear thinking. So that's why it's such a good one to use in the morning. And oh yeah, and it also helps to integrate the right and left brain. Also important, right? Like get that brain working properly. And then the third location is top of the head. And this location is significant because there's a lot of meridian endpoints. These are energy points that cross over the head. All right. And this also helps to energize and allows easier access to source energy for those of you who call it that way, and I do. Let's talk about the wrist wrap. I love this one. Your right hand up, facing up. Your left hand, bring the fingers around the wrist like this. Okay. Your hand is up. Your fingers of your left hand are on the wrist. And we do this. Now, I'm not going to actually go through this one for the correct length of time. But I wanted to demonstrate both sides because it can be a little weird when you're trying to figure out how to do this exercise until you actually do it. It's very simple. I'm going to undo it now, and I'm going to show you again. Okay, so I got my 2 hands. Turn my right hand up. Take my left fingers, go around my right wrist, and put that on my head. And I'm going to leave it there for 5 minutes, or I would if I was doing it for myself later. And this is a neuro-emotional technique. It calms your nervous system. And this is good to do like if you're maybe lying in bed and you can't sleep. I'm going to show you the other hand now. Okay, so the left hand is facing up. The right hand comes around like that. Okay, and then that thumb comes over here and the hand goes on your forehead. So just leave it there for 5 minutes. Do both sides. Again, it's a balancing technique and calming. This is a cool breath. I like this one because it's better over time, actually. So if you do this a few times a day, maybe 4 or 5 times a day, in groups of 4 of these several times a day. So that means 4 times, morning, noon, and night, however you want to set it up. But this actually produces greater effects, sort of like meditation even over time. And it's a perfect way for you to feel more relaxed, to calm racing thoughts. That often happens when people can't sleep, or just to get ready for sleep. So let's try that one, okay? Now this one's a little complicated, and in this breath, you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, but near the teeth. okay? And you keep it there because you're going to be doing inhale and exhale, and it's going to feel weird, but again, practice makes perfect. So let's just exhale completely, or any way you want. Put the tongue on the roof of your mouth, near your teeth, and breathe in through your nose, and I'm going to count to 4, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And you're going to, and like I said, you're going to keep your tongue up there and make that whooshing sound, okay? So let's do that again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now let's back it up. We're going to do the 4 as an inhale, the 7 as a hold, and the 8 as an exhale. Noticing that one count longer for the exhale. Okay. So let's try that now. Tongue on the roof of your mouth by your teeth. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool, right? Like, let's do that one more time, and then we'll move on. So inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody yawn, stretch, stroke your arms like this. Okay, remember, just go with it. It's okay. Well, you just did the next one. Like the combination, apparently, scientists have found that this is the magic, right? Like putting all those together helps with, it's one of the fastest ways actually to prevent panic, lower stress and anxiety, helps you concentrate. So if you're you can do this technique while you're working every hour or so, and it's going to help you with focus too. So yawning, stretching, and stroking together releases dopamine. It happens all within like 60 seconds or less. Just a few yawns, stroking down your arms, right off your hands, and stretching, right? Yeah. All right. All right. How's everybody feeling?
I feel amazing.
Good. Amazing is good, right? Like we deserve amazing. Okay, so I wanted to just do that little check-in because now I'm going to take you down, down, down. We're going to do a guided visualization. And this is very cool. For those of you who may have a little trouble sticking with it, just sit and allow your body to just follow along. Just for now, just sit quietly. And you may want to listen to this recording again. And again, before sleep is always a good thing because you're going to be pretty relaxed by the end of this. So loosen any clothing you may find constricting after this time of sitting. You wiggle around, get comfortable in your chair. You may want to just like let your shoulders go up and down. Just move around so that you're really comfortable, because you're going to sit here for a few minutes and trusting that in this moment you are completely safe. Listening to this guided meditation, this visualization is the only thing you need to do right now. Give yourself permission to relax. Just let your body relax as much as possible right now, and follow the sound of my voice for the next few minutes. And if you haven't already, just gently allow your eyes to softly close. Notice your natural breathing rhythm, whether it's shallow or deep, and just have the intention to slow it down. And as you inhale, bringing more oxygen and love into your body. And as you exhale, breathe out fear, anxiety, and overwhelm. Breathe in and out through the nose, allowing the abdomen to inflate. Breathe out through the nose, allowing the abdomen to fall as it squeezes out all the stale air. And in a moment, not yet, I'll guide you to breathe out 1 count longer than the inhale, to completely empty your lungs with each breath. And we'll do this breath 3 times. Now, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, as you continue to breathe slowly in and out, I want you to visualize breathing into your actual heart in the center of your chest. Inhaling and exhaling through your heart. Allowing the breath to balance and calm your body more and more and more. Just follow this balancing breath along with me. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue breathing easily, balancing the inhale with the exhale. Feel yourself becoming more and more and more calm and peaceful. And as you continue to breathe easily, I want you to visualize brilliant white light above your head. Light that's pure, sparkling white, looking like fresh snow in the sunlight. That's right. Keep breathing into your heart as you visualize healing white light, like a shower of tiny sparkling white light crystals. See and feel that healing white light pouring through the spaces of your skull, filling up your head, your neck, your shoulders and upper arms, elbows, lower arms, hands, fingers. Your arms are so heavy. Let them pull down your shoulders. This sparkling, brilliant white light is filling up your chest, abdomen, and all the organs there. Your pelvis, your hips, your thighs. Everything feels so heavy. Just let your body relax as much as possible right now. Feel the white light pour through your knees, calves, ankles, feet and toes. That's right. You are moving into a very deep, peaceful state of relaxation. As I continue talking to you, can keep relaxing more peacefully, becoming more calm, more peaceful, and more at ease. To breathe slowly and easily. Your subconscious mind and all levels of your inner mind hear and receive everything I tell you, and your conscious mind relax completely. You are continuing to experience perfect peace of mind and feel yourself in the situation I described to you. It's going to happen automatically, and you don't even need to think about it consciously. Now I want you to imagine yourself in a beautiful, quiet forest on a perfect summer day, completely safe. You're sitting in a comfortable position, leaning against a large pine tree. As you look into the forest around you, you notice you're beside a stream of fresh, clear water. There's a gentle, warm breeze. The air is fresh and clean. You hear the soft wind sighing through the pine branches above you, like a gentle exhale, and the gurgling of the stream near your feet, so relaxing and peaceful. You are completely safe and comfortable sitting against that tree. You hear the sounds of the birds in the distance. All is peaceful and safe. It's so beautiful as the sunlight shines through the green leaves on the trees, and you hear the gentle flow of water. The birds singing so sweetly. You smell the aroma of wet earth and clean, clear water flowing beside you. As you are sitting there comfortably relaxing, it is so peaceful, quiet, and safe that you feel more relaxed than ever before in your entire life. As you continue enjoying this peaceful, exquisite experience, a soothing drowsiness, like a warm wave coming over your entire body, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, feeling calmer, more relaxed, and completely safe. And as you sit there with your eyes softly closed, you are so relaxed and comfortable, happy to continue moving into a more peaceful, more detached state. It may seem like you are drifting into a state of sleep. There may be times when it feels like my voice is a long distance away. And there may be times when I'm talking to you that you are not consciously aware of my voice, and that's okay. Because your subconscious mind receives every word I say. That's right. And is making true everything I tell you. From now on, you will be influenced only by positive, calm thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Positive, calm thoughts, ideas, and feelings. the following thoughts come to you. I am calm, secure, and safe. I am comfortable and at ease. I am completely relaxed. I am in control of myself at all times. I am relaxed and calm as I go about the activities of my daily life. Whenever I start to worry, I can take a slow breath and let it go. I feel relaxed, secure, and at ease. I radiate calm and peace. I am calm, secure, and safe. I am comfortable and at ease. I am completely relaxed. I am in control of myself at all times. I am relaxed and calm as I go about the activities of my daily life. Whenever I start to worry, I can take a slow breath and let it go. I feel relaxed, secure, and at ease. I radiate calm and peace. I am calm, secure, and safe. I am comfortable and at ease. I am completely relaxed. I am in control of myself at all times. I am relaxed and calm as I go about the activities of my daily life. Whenever I start to worry, I can take a slow breath and let it go. I feel relaxed, secure, and at peace. I radiate calm and peace. Now, take a slow, long breath in, all the way down, down, down to your feet on the ground. You're feeling so relaxed. Now picture and feel roots growing from your feet down into the ground, just like a tree's roots, going down into the layers of cool dirt and clay, growing around rocks, traveling deeper and deeper down, down, down into the earth. Let the roots grow as deeply as you wish to the core of the earth. Now feel the healing, rhythmic energy of the earth itself. Earth energy is flowing up through your roots, slowly traveling up through your roots, up to your feet, and infusing your entire body with positive, grounded earth energy throughout your being. It's the healing pulse of Mother Earth inside of you. Now you are one with the earth and everyone and everything that is calm, secure, peaceful, so safe. Now, with the power of your intention, you can share that abundant, peaceful, calm, safe energy, that healing energy. Send it out to your family. Picture their faces. To your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors, everyone where you live, everyone in the province, everyone in your country, everyone in the world. All is well in your world. Now, in a moment, as you take in your next 3 breaths, prepare to leave the forest and come back into the room. And this place and this time, peaceful and alert, bringing that calm, peace, and strength with you. Now inhale a slow cleansing breath through your heart and slowly release it when you're ready. And when you're ready, inhale another slow cleansing breath, starting to come back into the room, feeling your feet, wiggling your fingers, And you're releasing your breath through your heart. And inhaling a third slow cleansing breath. And when you're ready, slowly releasing it. And when you're ready, open your eyes, stretch, and come back into the room and into our meeting now. Knowing that this peace, calm, and grounded energy is yours. And you can call on it anytime. Welcome back. Thank you all for your attention. I know that was a little long, or maybe it didn't seem like long to you. That's the interesting thing. And when you go into this type of guided visualization, it arrests time. Time has no meaning.
Thank you very much, Wendy. That was very valuable.
Thank you for inviting me on the call.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.